It's like they're often for the first time using the whole bandwidth. The body, the mind, the emotions, the spirit, the whole of it. When a group is working at that level, you can feel it. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. They tell themselves they're coming back because of the results, and actually I think they come back because of the way they feel when they're around us. Most workplace training doesn't stick at all. There was some research that suggested less than 20% ever gets transferred, ever gets even thought about or used or applied back in the organisation. So a huge waste of time and money and energy. One of the things I think that I love about Kaizen is that we bring lots of neuroscience into it. One of the people on the team actually is a pucker, full-time neuroscientist, and actually does real live research on learning and brains and development and all sorts of things. We now know that brains can be, that brains change, they physically change depending on how you're using them, you know, what you're thinking about. I mean, it kind of makes intuitive sense, but the research evidence is all really, really clear now. So these neural networks, these pathways that we have, become habits. If you have lots of neural networks that are about sad or frustrated or angry or joyful or caring or compassionate or adventurous, that's where you go. And like going to like going to a gym to make these muscles stronger, you can actually create new habits, new patterns, new ways of thinking that mean that becomes the automatic, habitual response. We need people to be solving really, often very, very complex, challenging problems, and it's like sometimes if they're operating in this very narrow way, it's like trying to do all that with both hands tied behind your back. All clients want more from their people. That's the big thing at the moment. It's how do we get more for less? They're wasting or not utilising huge percentages of the people, that they already have, who with the right kind of encouragement would just show up being who they really are, and that when people do that, of course, it gives other people permission to do the same, and that's what changes the culture. That's what really shifts things. It's like they're often for the first time using the whole bandwidth. They're using the whole thing, the body, the mind, the emotions, the spirit, the whole of it. Rather than what often happens in businesses is you get this tiny bit, or you just get the cerebral bit. Those kinds of things, in my experience, can shift the culture very, very fast. And that's good for the organisation, that's good for customers, that's good for the shareholders. I think the key skill of leaders is that ability to use that full bandwidth so that you're engaging everybody and so that you're expressing everything. It's just when people start doing that and they haven't forever or for many, many years, it's just a wonderful thing to witness.